Hello, and thank you for joining me. In today's video, I want to make a small display with balloons in it, like a flyaway balloon sort of display. And I am going to use the Let's Resin rectangular mold, and this is the 2x6. It's the smallest of the molds that came in the 3 rectangular set. And if you'll notice, I do have the braces on it already because I have poured one layer in there, just a thin layer for foundation, and I have let that cure. So what I hope to accomplish with this is I want to layer it using some of the clouds that I made in the How to Make Clouds video and these cute little balloons that I made. Now I made the circle, I made 2 circles, 2 hearts, and 2 teardrop shapes, and I did that in the preparing multiple items for resin project, and I will link those videos in the description box as well as my pinned comments below. But I also used the Let's Resin pigment, glow in the dark pigment powder in these so that they should glow in the dark. And I will put a link to some of the products I use in the description box. But to do these balloons, I actually used, let me set 2 of these down and just pick one up. I actually used UV resin to bond the two shapes together. And then I went around with more UV resin just because I wanted to fill in those cracks because I don't want to introduce any additional bubbles. And for the strings, I just used embroidery thread, and I just snipped little pieces off, dipped it in resin, shaped it the way I wanted it, and allowed it to cure, and then I used UV to attach them to the bottom of the balloons. So I do want to layer the balloons as well as some clouds, and I'm not too sure how many layers it's going to take. We'll find out, right? And hopefully end up with a cute little display that also glows in the dark. So let me go ahead and get some resin mixed up, and then we will get this party started. I'll see you in a minute. I have the resin mixed, and I think I've been trying to decide if I want to pour just a little bit. I do think I want to dip the clouds before I put them in. So let me just pour a little bit. Maybe enough just to barely coat the bottom. And once I'm done doing this, I will bring the camera down to give you a peek see. A little bit more. I want to stop there for now. I wasn't sure how much to mix. Let me just use my tool to, well, right now that bottom layer is cured, so I'm going to go ahead and swish it around like that. And of course, I want to look for bubbles. Let me get it in this corner. All right. I'm going to give those bubbles just a little bit of time. There's only a couple on the surface, it looks like. And I think what I need to do, because I want to start by putting a cloud in this corner right here. And I want to put this really big cloud. And unfortunately, I don't think my tweezers are going to be able to grab it, but I'm going to try. If not, I guess I will use my fingers. Let me just set that down there. And I have no idea if it's going to try to swim away or what. But I want to place it in that corner right there. And I'm going to give it some taps in case there's some bubbles under it. All right, I want to do the same thing down here with this little cloud. Ooh, I'm about to lose it. Let me see if I can get that in the corner over here. Definitely give it some taps. And I will definitely bubble set. I do see a lot of bubbles where I put that in. And I see some around here. I think the first balloon that I want to add is the green one. Now, I do not know just how much resin I should add. So let me put the green balloon in. No, let me give it a little spray for bubbles first. But ideally, I'd like to just get it like halfway up the green balloon. Let me move that out of the way. I see some bubbles down here by the clouds. Let me use my tool because I don't want to accidentally hit my mold and mess it up. I don't want to scratch it. Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to use my fingers for this and I'll position it with the tool. And I am thinking that maybe I want to add one more little cloud in here somewhere. Not a big one, just a little one. Give it some taps. I just don't want any bubbles if I can avoid it. And I see what appears to be a fuzz. I don't want that either. Let's see if I can fish that out. I think I got it. I think I got it. There's a little speck of something there. All right, there's my first balloon. I'm trying to decide if I want to add, well, I do want to add another cloud. I think I want to add it like right in here. I'm just trying to decide. Maybe we'll add a little tiny one. A little tiny cloud about right there. And then maybe I will pour just a little bit more resin in there. Just a little bit. And the rest I can use in something else. And I hope nothing swims away. We don't want it to swim. Oh, I should have used my stick. Let me see what we have there. All right, let me get some of the sticky off my gloves. I'm going to grab my flashlight just to look around in there for bubbles. And I'm wondering if I should not add just a little bit more resin. First, let me pull this back up a minute. I have, it looks like a fuzz or something on this. Maybe, maybe not. I don't see it now. Oh, I'm going to get that repositioned back up there where I want it at. Kind of close to that top cloud because it's flying away. Yeah, I think I am going to, I hope I don't regret this. I think I am going to add a little more resin. Turn the flashlight off. Yeah, I think I want just a little bit more. Once again, I forgot to use my stick. All right. I think that I'm going to stop there for right now. And what I'm going to do is I am going to let this cure until it gets soft. I don't even want it sticky. I want it soft because I want to place some more clouds. I have something down in there. I want to place some more clouds and another balloon for the next pour. And I don't want to take a chance on scraping this pour. So let me give you a peek see down there. There's not much to it yet. I do see a bubble I need to get. But that's what we have so far. And I will probably, I will check this in like 2 hours. I will continually check it for bubbles. But then I will check it within about 2 hours and to see if it's soft yet. I have a feeling it'll be closer to 3 or 4. And then I will come back and do another pour. So I will see you then. Now what I did is after 2 hours, if you'll notice, I went ahead and went in and poured a little more resin and I added another cloud. I just felt like I wanted that extra, I don't know, layer in there for the 3D effect. And since then, I've waited 3 hours, so I believe that this is ready to pour. And I do have the resin mixed up. So I want to pour that. I want to pour a little bit, then add the blue balloon next. And I have to think about what, if any, more clouds I want to add. But let me go ahead and get a little bit of this poured in there. Let it spread out some. Maybe a little bit more. And then I'll place the balloon in. Okay. Let me get my flashlight so I can check for some bubbles. I don't want any bubbles. I see a couple on the surface, but they should pop. But my biggest concern is in the little nooks and crannies in the corners. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to set the blue balloon in there and see if I need to shift it around, and then I will add some more resin. And I think that I want the blue one kind of high. Oh, I just stuck my finger all the way in that mess. Let me grab the tool here. I think I do want it kind of high. And then when I'm ready to put the pink one, I think I want to put it kind of like central. I'm just trying to decide if I need to if I want to put another cloud in there, and if so, where. I almost feel like it needs another cloud. I'm just trying to figure out where. If I'm going to have the pink one here. I almost feel like I need something here. I wonder if, first let me get some more resin, get the rest of this resin in there. I should still have plenty of room for the pink one, and then a top coat. But I'm trying to think about the clouds now. I definitely added some bubbles then. So before I do anything, let me give it a little spray. And hopefully those bubbles will just pop up to the top. Let's do some thumps. And yeah, I feel like I need another cloud. That's kind of a cute cloud. And I don't suppose it's going to hurt if there's a little bit of cloud covering a piece of the green. I like the little wispy cloud too, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's going to fit in there. It's too long. Huh. I really do think I kind of want a cloud right in there. Even if it's covering the green some, that shouldn't be a big deal. Because, I mean, after all, the balloons are escaping into the clouds. What about this one? Let me see if I should have dunked it in first and didn't. Let me see if I can get that in there. I want to still be able to see where is the end of that balloon at. That little piece is not disappearing in there like I want it to. And I don't want to scrape what's underneath. Darn it. Let me get the flashlight out again. Those bubbles, and I guess that's alcohol on the surface. Put that cloud in there. And that cloud's got some big bubbles coming up. Can you see those? Definitely want to give it some good taps. Prefer no bubbles at all, but if I have to have them, I hope there's very few. Okay. I think that'll work. I hope I did not scrape underneath when I was trying to grab that. Okay, what I'm going to do is bubble sit. So I think I see another one on that cloud. I am going to bubble sit again. Wait. I'm going to say 3 hours. That seems to be the sweet spot between 3 and 4. So about 3 hours. Then I'll come back. Oops, let me get that turned off. And we'll put the last balloon in. And I don't think I'm going to add any more clouds. Come back, put the last balloon in, and then work on top coating it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, it is time to put the last little balloon in. And I'm just weighing back and forth. Let me give you a peek down here. I'm just weighing back and forth. I'm thinking maybe a cloud should be over here somewhere. I don't want to overwhelm it with clouds. but at the same time, I feel like one needs to be there. Let me see if I can get you out of the glare a little bit. Okay. Let me go ahead and pour some of this resin. And we'll get the pink balloon in there. And think about a cloud. Add a little bit more. Let me set that aside there. Let me see if I can't straighten that balloon up a little bit. I think I maybe want it in the other direction. Let me pull it back out. See if I can flip it over. I think I want it in that direction. Get the bubbles out here. There's some serious bubbles going on. Let me see. I kind of want it in the center. And then we have a cloud behind it. I still think that it needs a cloud down here. Let me first give it some taps in case there's any bubbles underneath. Y'all, I just poured that all the way down the side. I don't know how I managed that, but I sure did. Let me get an alcohol wipe and get that off the side of that, just because I don't want the bamboo to cure to it. Now, let's see here. Let me see if I can scooch it over just a little bit. I think like that. Let me go ahead and add some more resin, and I'm still thinking about a cloud here. Go ahead and finish adding this. Just get all of it in there. Give it a little spray for bubbles. And think about a cloud. I just want to make sure I have it where I want it at. And then if I do a cloud, what cloud? And exactly where? I would kind of like one over here. I just feel like it needs one over there. So which one? Kind of dunk it. Pull it back up a little bit. Try to pull it back up. Let me get that positioned. Maybe I should have saved that for the doming part. I think that one. I think that'll work there. You can still see the string from the balloon. You see a lot of bubbles coming out from that cloud though. So what I will do is I am actually going to let this set for like 2 more hours, and then I will dome it, and I will dome it off camera. And then I will see you in 24 hours after that for the unmolding. But let me kind of give you a peek down there. And I do have some bubbles I need to work on. But I don't know how well you can see with the camera, the light reflection. And I may need to move that cloud. I just don't know. Haven't made up my mind on that cloud yet. Okay, so I will dome it off camera. And then I will meet you back here for the unmolding. See you shortly. It is time for the unmolding. So let me go ahead and pull this off. Oh, I hope this one's not, this is where I spilled it down the side. Let me set that aside. And before I unmold it, I'm going to pull up here for you to see. And I don't know what to expect when I unmold it, but I will say this has been a really fun project for me. So let's go ahead and see what the final results are. See if I can't get this mold loosened up. She's coming off. All right, let's look and see what we have here. I do see quite a few pore lines. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but you can see some of the pore lines, even though I didn't let it cure completely in between, but that's okay. I don't have a problem with that either. There's the back. Y'all, I like the way those balloons turned out. And I do notice, I don't know, let me see if you can see, like on the heart, you can see where I went around the edges with the UV to seal it. If you look real hard, you can see that too. There's the top. And there's the bottom. But I think it turned out really cute. I like the whole 3D balloons. You can see the little cracks in the side, but I like the way that turned out with the happy little clouds and the flyaway balloons. So what I'm going to do, because the balloons are with the glow in the dark pigment. I mean, I don't know if they're going to glow real well because they're small in this bigger piece, but I'm going to go ahead and set it under the light and give it an opportunity to charge. Well, that looks really good with those clouds. Give it an opportunity to charge and then film it in the dark, and I'll be right back. See you in a minute. Hard to tell. They don't glow a whole bunch, but they do glow a little bit. Let me know what you think. As you can see, it didn't glow a whole bunch, but it did glow. I just really do love the way this project turned out, and something I was admiring in the back of it, I guess either side could be back or front. I just really like how the balloon strings are behind the clouds and in front of the clouds. Overall, I had such a blast. This little project was so much fun for me. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And please do consider hitting the like, subscribe, and share buttons. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much.